Gentlemen, today the subject of our discussion is constitutional reforms. I shall take a little time to put across my point of view to you for your consideration. It is a vast subject and many things have been said with regard to this by numerous people. But I am very glad to see that in India, in response to the call of our leader and Prime Minister, a national debate is going on. We are discussing something which is definite, which is concrete, and which has been placed before the nation by our government through parliament. It is one of the characteristics of our Prime Minister to be as democratic as possible in every sphere of the activity, indeed, in every matter with which he deals. Therefore, a bill with specific and concrete proposals has merely been introduced, but no further discussion has taken place on it. The sole reason is obviously there cannot be any doubt that the government wants to have an extensive public debate on the issues involved. I have no doubt whatsoever that from every hook and corner of India we shall hear of conventions, conferences, and seminars dealing with the proposals that have been formulated by the constitutional amendment bill which has been moved by the law minister. Now, if I place before you the main things suggested in the amendment and try in my humble way to justify them, I would like to deal with some preliminary objections, if I may use that expression. The first is an objection which, in my opinion, has been taken vaguely and in a very indefinite manner, that the Constitution should not be amended. The second objection which has been taken is that the party which is in power today, namely the Indian National Congress, has not got the mandate to bring the amendments which it has brought today before Parliament. I do not want to go into the matter from a political point of view, but I would like to deal with this aspect as legally as possible. There is no country in the world which has a written constitution where amendments have not taken place, wherein no power granted for the purpose of bringing about amendments. Each generation has a right to choose to itself the form of government it believes the most promotive of its own happiness. I leave the objection, therefore, by merely saying that this objection needs to be rejected. As regards the second objection, it is said that fundamental rights cannot be altered. I am sure everybody will agree that rights can be classified broadly into two groups, namely natural and civil. Natural rights are inherent, which come from the elementary laws of nature, such as the right of life, the right of freedom, and the like. There are countries which where there is no death penalty. In some other countries, certain crimes are still vested with sentences which require a man to lose his life. In many countries, there are laws authorizing preventive detention. In some countries, there is no such law. It changes from state to state, from nation to nation. Therefore, natural rights do change from time to time. Now, a constitution cannot be in this state of thing. It is too sacred a document. There cannot be any uncertainty with regard to it. So, this concept of basic structure is something, if I may say so with respect, so difficult to understand and so impossible of comprehension that one cannot rightly accept such a doctrine just because of some judges of the Supreme Court have said. If the person who is making this objection has not taken into account the facts of the recent history, Parliament could hardly do anything to bring about the social changes and to bring progress. Its real power has been taken away by the judiciary as a result of series of judgments. The Prime Minister did, if I may say so, with respect to what every right thinking person would have done under the circumstances in advising the President to dissolve the Parliament nearly its term was to expire and to hold the general elections to the Parliament. Dear sirs, we thank you for your letter of the second instant enclosing a check for rupees 10,000 in full settlement of our outstanding bills. We have great pleasure to inform you that we are having a clearance sale of our cotton goods, as it is necessary for us to dispose of some of our stocks as early as possible. We are sending herewith a copy of our latest catalog as well as a few pamphlets which we think you will like to have. Our catalog describes the different items fully. In order to enable you to make a selection, we are also sending by lorry a few samples of the different cotton items that we can offer. In view of the fact that this is our last clearance sale, we are giving a special discount on this occasion. We hope you will take advantage of this special offer and favor us with your valuable order, which will receive our prompt attention. We have also to inform you that during the next month we propose to increase the prices of a number of items at present included in the catalog. The increases have become necessary in view of the higher costs that we have now to incur in the purchase locally of some of our raw materials which we used to import. In spite of our best efforts, we could not get the local materials at a cheaper rate. In the circumstances, we have no alternative but to increase our prices. As you are one of our most important dealers, we think we should not take you by surprise by revising our rates without notice. You will be well advised to place an order immediately for some of items which are likely to become costlier next month. Yours faithfully.